Coach Strong mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but Kai Loxley announced today on Twitter that he intends to transfer. As far as the team goes, what do you need to do to replace him, and who do you see stepping up in that sort of role?
Well, I mean, we've got plenty of guys right now that are doing a great job within our core, and the guys have been playing for us over the past few weeks, so those are the guys.
On the left, Danny.
Just going off the whole Kai thing, why do you think it just didn't work for him here?
I don't know if I've been here long enough to answer that question, and I know that Kim and Coach Strong handled that situation with Kai, and we wish him the best of luck and where he lands in the future.
Coach, what does John Burt need to do to get back on the field?
I just continue to get healthy, and that's a guy that's had put together some consistent weeks of practice, but he's just got to continue to get healthy with a thumb and his hip. So those are things that he's focused on and taking care of, through the last couple of weeks in the training room, and just trying to improve himself in that area.
On the right.
Coach, Baylor has such a high-powered offense. Is this a game that you go into with saying that you guys probably have to be clicking on all cylinders?
Yeah, absolutely. They have a high-powered offense. They're good on defense as well. I mean, you just look at the categories that they're around and under the top 15 in a lot of those. So, you got to be on your A game, and you got to go out and be productive. You got to execute at a high level and play well, and continue to have flow through the game.
Over here on the left, Chris.
You've never coached at Baylor, obviously, but what impact has that school, that system, and kind of that coaching tree had on your career?
Well, it's not so much Baylor; it's Art Browse, and just my past with him, and being able to be fortunate as a young football coach and be with him and learn from him, and obviously be within that tree has been a huge part of where I've been at and the places that I've been in my coaching career.
Have you looked much at the sudden change things with the possessions following the turnovers that haven't gone so well? Do you think just throwing people out there on the spur of the moment has affected things, or have you looked at why that has been kind of a struggle?
Yeah, we always look at everything that happens in a game, whether it's good or ineffective or effective. So just an area that we've just got to continue to be better at, and that's really been our focus. Going into this week again is just focus on us, get us better at our fundamentals, at our techniques, the things that we've asked our kids to do and the way we've asked them to do it. So this whole, that whole focus is on us and about executing.
Since you do have some familiarity with Art and I guess the Baylor offense, have the defensive coaches been poking their head in your office this week trying to pick your brain, or have you been helping them out any way?
Yeah, I mean, we're similar with what we do, and I mean, like any time, week in and week out, I mean, we trade some ideas on both sides of the ball to see what schemes are best or how schemes are fit. So I think that falls into this week as well.
All right, Chris.
Working with Art and Dino and Phillip throughout your career, how have you kind of crafted your own identity with that offense? Like, how have you kind of gone about that process?
Yeah, I think anytime in your career, with whatever you're doing, when you're around really good people who are highly successful and have been a lot of places, what you do is just try to take the really good from them and learn and anything that maybe doesn't work. And you're just watching and absorbing the whole time you're with those kind of coaches and those kind of people. And you're just trying to figure out what's going to work best for you and the way you're going to do it when you get an opportunity or a chance. And I think the thing within whatever you're doing, once you decide to do that, I mean, you still got to figure out how to do it your way. You're not like any other individual, so what works for them doesn't always work for you. But you try to pull the really goods. You put all those things in a book, and you go back down and you revert back to those things and try to take your path as close to that as you can.
Back on the right.
Coach, before Chris Warren had went down, he had about close to 400 rushing yards, 366, 3 touchdowns. You haven't really gotten that production from Kyle in the backup position so far. Do you need him to do a little bit more, especially take some pressure off Deontay?
Yeah, the thing, I mean, that's comparing apples to oranges now. I mean, Chris Warren's a special running back. When that guy went down, what you just rattled off was in 3 games. So that kid's a special running back, and that's a hard replacement for a true freshman, for a guy who's a sophomore now, who's a really, really talented kid. So what we expect and what we want from that next guy is just production and to being able to be productive. And that's not comparable to Chris because that's not fair. And, you know, Chris was a dynamic guy. And, you know, that's a hard guy to replace, especially with a true freshman. So what we want to do is be productive, lean on 33, and find other ways to get some yards.
Anything else? Danny?
Do you have any updates on Shackelford and how he's doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's healthy right now, so he's good.
Have you just ever been in a position, Coach, where you're sitting at 3-3 and things are kind of going here and there, and you know, if you have been, like, what have you been able to do to kind of pull a team out of that?
I'm at 3-4, by the way. Yeah, I'm just trying to reach back and think of those places that I've been. I mean, the thing that you focus on at any time you can maybe get in a situation like this is just go back to focusing on us. And that's the main thing right now is we put out fundamentals, we put out technique, we got a scheme that we believe in, that we've had success with, and we just got to continue to fine-tune those things and be better at that. And like I said, the focus is on us and getting better. Everybody just you know, being more focused, being more attentive, and going out and with a hard focus to go execute these things that we've asked them to do.
Back over here, Chris.
With kind of all that you owe to Coach Briles throughout your career, you're a little relieved that you're not actually facing him this week?
I mean, that's a situation. I mean, every year that I've been in coaching, I've coached against guys that I'm really close with, either guys I played with in college or that I'd coached with on previous staff. So that if you're in this profession long enough, at some point in time you're going to cross games with people that you care about or people that had an influence on your life. And you know, I knew going into it was going to be one game, and you know, what you do is you're professional and everything up till and through a game, and I mean, everybody knows when you show up on the other side of the sideline that you want to win, and they want to win too. So it's just the way it is.
Stay over here, Mike.
One of the National Statistical Services had Connor as the third best lineman in the country in terms of pass protection. Has he been that good for you guys, and how kind of have you graded his year so far?
I know he's progressively gotten better as the season went on, and he's done a really great job of being coachable and carrying the fundamentals and techniques that Coach Maddox has asked him to do. He plays with an attitude. He plays with extremely great effort every Saturday, and a kid that has gotten better. I haven't seen that stat. That stat doesn't surprise me. I don't know what all that's based on. But he's a kid that puts himself in a situation, you know, every Saturday and the way that he plays to be highly successful. And if that's true, then that doesn't surprise me.
Go ahead, Chris.
Seth Russell earlier this year kind of implied that Texas had went out and hired Baylor's system by bringing you in. What would you say to somebody that implies that a school has gone out and just sought a system to copycat somebody else in their rival league?
You know, the thing that I'm a part of when you're on a tree, you know, I've been other places where we ran this offense, and it's going on a couple places in the nation right now. So, you know, just fortunate to have some knowledge about it and being able to do something and you know, take it in its own style.
Anything else? Go ahead, Taylor.
You had mentioned Lil Jordan Humphrey getting some reps at running back, but he has yet to see the field. What is it going to take for him to be kind of put in the mix?
Yeah, just continue to get better, and as athletic as he is, and the experience that he's had, I mean, he's still got to grow with what we're asking him to do, and we just hadn't been in some situations to do that with him right now. The thing about him he's been unselfish about making the move, and you know, we would like for those things to happen in the you know, near future if it allows. And the thing that he does, he comes to work every day to get better at the running back position and put himself in a situation that if he gets an opportunity, when he gets an opportunity to play, that he'll be successful.